Hey, what's going on, guys? This review, it's not about a movie, but it's about a show I've been wanting to watch for quite a while now. And, of course, I'm talking about American Horror Story right here, man. I got the season one box set, which has quite a bit of extras. Now, for this set, 12 episodes. Okay, now let's get right into it. Let's talk about this show. Very hyped up. My friend told me about it. I had seen, little bits and pieces on FX when they were showing it. I don't know if they're still showing it. First season, but this is the first season. Now, I will say this show is very entertaining. Very entertaining. Now let's talk about the good things. Okay, the good things about this show is a very original story. Um, they really took risk on this. Like they really pushed the envelope a little bit. Like with some of the themes in here, some of the themes people can relate to, and some of it is just like, man. There's also a lot of throwbacks to like The Shining. There's a lot of like tributes to The Shining. A lot of scenes that reminded me of old classic horror movies, uh, which I like. I always like when they do tributes like that. Um, so that was cool. Another thing about this, there's a lot of twist in this. There's a lot of twist. It kind of reminds me of Tales from the Crypt. Um, let's see, what else should I say? Well, yeah, American Story is only 12 episodes. It does drag a bit. There is a lot of dialogue in this show. Um, Now I'm gonna talk about like the things I didn't like about American Horror Story of the first season. The things I didn't like about some stories in this show, like some of the backstories don't make any sense. Like some of them I didn't really understand. The show is very fast paced. It's very there's a lot of jump cuts. It's a very fast paced show. So some people might have to go back to another episode to actually understand what's going on. Um, that's what I did a lot, and like the story is all over the place, man. Like there's a lot of things going on, and it just seems like it's too much to soak in the first time you see this. So I watched it. I watched some episodes like twice, just to really understand what was going on. And I don't like doing that. I mean, I like something that's very clear, and you get very clear story, very continuing story, which there is a continuing story here, but like there's some problems with the like the continuation, but anyways, yeah. So 12 episodes. At points when I was watching this, maybe like the second disc, I felt like it was dragging on too much. Cause like I said, this is very dialogue heavy. The thing I wish they would have done with this show, if I have to criticize the show, is there was not enough gore. And I know it's because it's a TV show and they can't really, show a lot of gore. But what they did show, I was still surprised. They did get away with a lot of fucking stuff on here, man. Like a lot of stuff that normally you wouldn't see on a TV show. You know, kind of like The Walking Dead, like any horror show, maybe like Evil Dead versus Ash versus Evil Dead, which I seen. But they did take a lot of risk with this, and that's what I like about it. They went a step further than a lot of these horror shows that are coming out, and some of these stories, some of these twists you see coming, and some of them you're like, you don't see coming. But I just kept thinking about like Tales from the Crypt when I watched this show because I'm pretty sure they paid tribute to that show and this too. Now it says this show won some Golden Globe awards, man. And I get it, Jessica Lange, which is that lady right there, she's a very good actress. They're very good acting in this show. I must say, some of it's overdone. It's they kind of overdo it. But all in all, man, I would recommend American Horror Story. the first season. Um. Oh yeah, another thing I don't get on the fourth disc of this. So they have like whoever put this together, man, was like, what the fuck? Fourth disc, right? On the fourth disc, they put the last episode of the season of the first season, when they could have just put that episode on the third disc and not have a fourth disc in here. See, he says fourth disc set. See that I was like, that's just a waste of space. But other than that, yeah, I would go ahead and watch this. If you haven't watched it already, for maybe like the 5% of people that haven't seen it, um, I also will do a review of the second season, which I watched too. But yeah, man. Well, that's it for this episode of reviewing DVDs. And I will let you guys know what I review next in the next video. Please give it a like, subscribe, comment. You know, whatever you want to talk about, hit me up. If you want to see more on my other videos that I do, just hit that like, subscribe, notifications, all that, man. Show a brother some love. All right, peace.